everybody, JC here, and this is going to be something that I've never done before. I wanted to do this kind of video. It's going to be kind of a behind the scenes video, and I wanted to do this at San Diego Comic-Con this past year, but it was just so busy I didn't get a chance to. But I'm here in Rhode Island, or actually technically I'm in Massachusetts. My hotel is actually in Massachusetts, right on the border, but I'm here to cover the Hasbro convention, Hascon. And so again, this is going to be more of just kind of a behind the scenes type thing. So I'm in my hotel room right now. It's Friday morning. This is the first day of the convention. I got here last night. If you caught my toy hunting video the other day, then you saw the drive up here. You know, I made a lot of stops. The drive was supposed to be about 7 hours from where I live to here if it was straight, but because I did a bunch of stops and everything, it ended up being much longer. So I left yesterday about 12:30 and got here last night at about I think it was 10:30. I stopped and grabbed some dinner when I got to town here, and like sat 20 minutes through the drive-through window at McDonald's. But anyway, so after that, after I got here and got checked in, so it's kind of, I'm not gonna say is dumpy, but this is definitely a cheap hotel. One of the things when you're covering this type of stuff for business is you want to try and keep your expenses as low as possible. So part of that is finding a hotel that is as cheap as possible, and this definitely fits that bill. Just kind of give you a quick glance. Like I said, I won't say it's not too bad actually for the price and everything, but there it is. It's near train tracks, so you do have the train going by during the night, but that didn't bother me too much. But I didn't get to bed after I had to put together the toy hunting video that I filmed, and also had some other news stuff that I need to get posted. So I didn't get to bed last night until about 1:30 in the morning, and then I got up this morning at 5. Which is, with these conventions, when you're covering it, sleep is not a major priority. In fact, you oftentimes get very little sleep. So that's just one of the things you have to learn to deal with. I'm about 6 miles. This hotel is about 6 miles from the convention center where the convention is taking place. I got to head over a little bit early today. The convention floor opens at 11. I got to get my press badge and then get situated. The first panel is going to be at 11:30 this morning, the Transformer panel. So, and I'm here by myself, so I got to cover all this stuff by myself. Some conventions like San Diego usually will have more than just myself, but with a small convention like this, it can't really afford to bring other people. So it's a one-man show with this. So I got to run. I'll be running from place to place to place, covering all these different brands and such. And like I said, my hope is with this video, I film throughout as I'm covering stuff, just to give you that kind of behind the scenes look at things. Also, some people have asked, like Shartimus Prime wants me to try and get him the exclusives, the Deadpool and the Rex exclusive. And I'll try to get him that. Unfortunately, because I'm running throughout the day, I may not have time to stand in. If the lines are long and such, I may not have time, or if they only limit you to one purchase or what have you. So those are details that I really don't know about, because again, I've just never covered this convention since this is the first year. I'm really kind of interested to see like what kind of crowd this convention brings, and how it's set up. Since this is all Hasbro, it's kind of unique in that way. And so again, I'm definitely interested to see what this convention is actually going to deliver, and what it's going to draw in as far as crowds and such. But anyway, hopefully you'll keep watching this video, and I will be updating soon. All right, so I'm at the Rhode Island Convention Center and the Dunkin' Donut Convention Center, and this is where Hascon is taking place. You can see lines are already forming. I gotta go in and get my press badge. is the showroom for Hascon. It's the end of Friday. I haven't really gotten much in the way of blog posting here, but got a little free time before the Marvel Legends panel at 5:30. You can see there's this cosplayer, Bumblebee. I don't know if this is a professional or if this is just somebody in costume that's hanging out. And you got the large Optimus Prime here. So I'll walk you around a little bit. So this is the Transformer section. We got Bumblebee. Fortunately, it's not the real Megan Fox. Barricade. And then this one, race car. We got kids have been playing here most of the day. Things are kind of winding down here. It's kind of their Transformer generation diorama scene. You got Fortress Max taking on Trypticon. So we'll walk down here, and this is the Marvel section. They got some cosplaying. I got some sculpting, showing you some sculpting work here. We can take,
and then we start using our design sheet. So this is a deco sheet, which kind of gives me all the rundown and all the colors and specific colors.
Some movie props. Hulkbuster in the house. This is the diorama from Marvel Legends. This is the same diorama they basically had at San Diego Comic-Con. Kind of a mismatch of stuff. That's where all the new Marvel Legends stuff's on display. And then these are the Black Panther movie toys. So this is the Star Wars section. This life-size R2-D2 that moves around and beeps and stuff. And you got the life-size land speeder. Over here you got BB-8 and Ray Speeder. I think this was on display at San Diego Comic-Con a few years ago. There's R2, he's on the move. And this is the diorama for Star Wars, and this is pretty much the same one that was on display at San Diego Comic-Con. Definitely, I think the most work went into this diorama, the Star Wars one. Definitely the coolest, I think. I'd love to see some of this stuff made into actual toys, some of these display bases and stuff, maybe shrunk down a little bit, maybe made for actual toys. That would be awesome. Bunch of BB-8 beanbags, and then the Emperor's Throne. Darth Vader, Stormtrooper in the house. Oh, 2 Stormtroopers in the house. Forces of Destiny. The panel for this tomorrow, which I'm probably going to cover. Probably be the last panel I cover before I head home. And this is the D&D area. And this area actually hasn't been happening too much. It's been pretty empty over here. I don't really get into D&D or cover this game and stuff. Well, that's not true. I used to play D&D as a kid, but that was a long time ago. But this area is definitely less crowded. Here's the Hasbro Toy Shop booth. This is where everyone comes to get the exclusives. I did manage to pick up the Deadpool and Rex figure for Shartimus. He can thank me. Mine's not too bad right now. It was longer earlier. And over here is just general stuff. That you can buy. It's kind of like a little shop, a little Hasbro shop that they set up. But you don't normally have this at like, you know, events like San Diego Comic-Con and stuff. So, very spacious, not too crowded today. It's Friday, first timer for this convention. But actually not too bad of a crowd, being how big of a venue this is. It's huge. Normally you wouldn't see this big of a venue for a first time event like this. This is the gaming section.
So this is outside the showroom floor. We got another Bumblebee on display. There's an Optimus Prime outside. Yeah, I would say the crowd for a first-time convention on a Friday is actually not too bad. Toys for Tots booth. Hope you guys give for Toys for Tots this year.
So they got a G.I. Joe booth set up, little section outside here. These are 2-ups for the original 80s figures. That's kind of cool.
So the first day of Hascon has come to an end, and I gotta say overall it's pretty good. I think Hasbro has actually done a pretty good job with putting this together. It wasn't perfect, and definitely this convention center is kind of big for this event, but yeah, like I said, I think they overall did a pretty good job. Okay, so this is day 2 of Hascon, and this is what they're calling the main stage, which is basically an arena where you have like sporting events and stuff. Now, at least yesterday during the Transformer Hasbro panel, this was not, you know, there was basically those first few rows were filled up, but that was about it. But I just wanted to give you the scope of how much space they've advocated for this event. And again, I'm sure for things like the Stan Lee and maybe even the James Gunn panel and things like that that are also going to be held here, will probably fill up much more today than yesterday. So the hall just opened a short while ago, and you can see there's quite a bit of people here today. It's Saturday morning. We're heading over to where the main showroom is. So this place is set up kind of weird. It's like 2 different convention centers, and they're connected with essentially this sky bridge. And so now we're heading over, this is the Dunkin' Donuts Center, and we're heading over to the Rhode Island Convention Center. So there's a little bit of a bottleneck here. Optimus Prime outside. So we're here at the convention floor. You can see it's a little more crowded here today than it was yesterday. Section. Mace Windu in action. And now we have R5D4 has joined R2D2 over here. R5 doesn't seem to be moving though.
It's had a busy morning.
There he goes. Thought he might have blown a motivator for a second.
Oh, he heard you. Want to see the other stuff while we're... I
wonder if you could take this home and drive this thing home. So we'll walk over here to the Hasbro toy shop for day 2, see what the lines are looking like. My guess is they're going to be fairly long right now. Yep. I don't think anything sold out yesterday, but I don't know about today. They might sell out of some stuff today. Actually, I take that back. I think maybe the Prime, that Black Optimus Prime, and maybe a couple others sold out yesterday. But the actual Hascon exclusives, I don't think sold out. Just some of the San Diego comic.
Okay, so I'm waiting for the Hasbro PR guy to come over here. I got a scheduled interview at 9:45, which is a couple minutes from now. So I gotta wait for him to come over here, and then we'll go. I gotta set up my camera and stuff so I can interview the Transformer brand team members. So I'm not an expert on Transformers. I don't do the day-to-day Transformer postings on T-Former, so I don't know the brand quite as well as I do, say, Marvel Legends or Star Wars and such. So I'm winging it a little bit with these questions. The guys over at T-Formers who aren't actually here, but they were supposed to send me some questions and didn't, so I kind of had to come up with my own questions. So they're not going to be probably as in-depth as I would like them to be. They're going to be more generalized, but again, I'm going to be kind of winging it. But after that, then I've got to interview the Marvel Legend guys, and those I've got some pretty good questions for. So right now I'm just waiting, and then it's time to get to work. So I'm back in the car, and I'm actually heading for home. It's Saturday. I'm leaving a day early. Hascon actually ends tomorrow, but pretty much all the news stuff happened yesterday, and then today I finished up my interviews with all the various brand team members, and I grabbed some more pictures of some stuff. But, you know, newsworthy wise for the websites and stuff, there's really not much else to cover from this show. So I'm heading for home. Another reason why I'm heading home a little bit early is I want to get home. My dad lives in Florida, and Hurricane Irma is about to hit the state. And my dad's actually, he doesn't live right on the coast, but he does live on the west side of the state. And at the time I'm shooting this video, the hurricane is on track to, it looks like, basically go over his house. So I'm definitely worried about him. He didn't evacuate. He's not in a mandatory evacuation area. Again, he's not really in any kind of danger of flooding or storm surge, but definitely he could suffer his house could suffer some wind damage and the likes of that. So I kind of just want to be on standby if I need, you know, if my dad needs me or something along those lines. Not exactly sure what I'd be able to do, but, you know, like I said, I just kind of want to be on standby. But so I'm heading for home. I'll be home this evening. I'm just going straight, no toy runs or anything this time going home. I'm pretty tired. I only got a few hours sleep last night. When I got back to the hotel, I did the quick news update video about the, you know, stuff going on at Hascon, and I didn't get to sleep until about 1, and then got up at 5 this morning. So definitely a little bit tired. I got my coffee here to keep me awake so I don't fall asleep on the road here. But anyway, hopefully you guys kind of enjoyed this vlog type video on top of all the other coverage from Hascon. You know, like I said, I might try and do more of this kind of video if you guys are into it. So just let me know in the comment section below. And as always, you know, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and like the video if you're so inclined. You can also follow me on my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. I've been doing updates on those throughout Hascon as well. So again, it's kind of just a good way to keep in touch with me. You know, and ask me questions. If you got a question, you know, you could ask me there. Like, you know, for a convention like this, you know, some of you were asking questions, and I would try and get you answers and stuff. So like I said, it's just a good way to keep in touch on top of the sites and everything, and the channel, obviously. So but again, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the coverage, and until next time, guys, I will catch you later.